So do you want a robot in your home?
What kind of robot?
Well, I'm going to show you. This is actually available right now, I guess.
Available?
Let's take a look. This is called the Neo, and this is what the discussion is. Do you want this in your home, this thing?
What kind of job they can do?
Yeah, well, the idea is like, I think it's going to do chores and be your friend and stuff. The marketing of the robot is strange, though.
What's strange?
Well, I mean, look at it. They're not even showing you the robot. This is like their PR thing that they put out there. There's the robot there. So I guess it gives you flowers. What else can it do?
But it's act like, no, they're showing like a movie when they're kind of flashback memory, right?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Why do you think they're doing that?
I don't know. It's more like cozy feeling. It's part of your life and part of your, the memory. They want to give them more soft feeling, I think.
Yeah.
Even if it's a futuristic robot.
Yeah, because, I mean, the main thing that people think about with robots, I mean, a lot of people is like, hey, I saw Terminator, right? So, like, these old pictures of San Francisco, it's, well, I mean, you could argue that's like back in time Terminator kind of stuff, right?
They're showing the robot with your family, so they thought that robot is kind of part of your family.
I see.
They try to make it, part of your family.
Create memories with your robot, right? Vintage style memory.
Yeah.
So there's a CEO, his name is Bernd, and they've been at this company, I think 10 years or something like that. They actually did rename the company.
What was the first name?
It might have been Neo or something like that.
Neo is...
Yeah, the name of the robot. I think they might have named it. I think that might have been the first name of the company. You guys can write in the comments if I got the name wrong. But he's basically going to try to make the case that the robot is safe and they designed it to be more organic in a way. So that's why...
What do you mean?
Well, if you look at the way the thing is, so because you could do a robot that's not human.
Sure.
Right? So you could just have a tray that just runs around the house.
Or like ball, like R2D2.
Yeah, right. It's basically, right? So what they're showing here is like the levees and the way that it's designed is different than, how can I say? They want to give it...
Metal.
Yeah, so see, I mean, you can see it's like silicone. And they did the pulleys to make it move more like real humans.
It's fabric, right?
Yeah, so it's a sweater. It's kind of how they designed this thing.
But
what's that?
Actually, I like to wash stuff. Can you wash it?
So my understanding is, actually you saw it right there. We can go back. The hand is like a silicone, right? Yeah. Because, yeah, you can see that right there? Yeah. So and that might just be the hand because the actual foot, and actually the foot is kind of that.
Is silicone, kind of.
Well, it matters because this thing's going to be in your home, right? And we have a robot vacuum in our home, and I have to clean it all the time. So
that's your job.
Yeah, the thing gets dirty. It gets dirty.
Yeah.
So and you can see it's got grippy things on the fingers. Did you see that?
Yeah, like bumpy.
Yeah. See that?
Or that's the sensor.
You know what? It could be.
Yeah.
Joints or sensor. But you know what? The way they designed it, now I look at it again, they do want to make it look more kind of human, like the way our knuckles are. Do you see that? Because
that's the knuckle, basically.
Right, but you don't have to put the kind of grooves there.
No, you need to, because it's gonna bend. So you need
but I'm saying you could cover up that would just like flat plastic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the design, they purposely shown it to you. Right? Because the way they show it there is like Well, that was the one thing they wanted to do is to mimic how human hands move. And that's really the question is like, do you want it to look humanoid? Yeah. I think it's got like 4 mics in it, something like that, and it's going to have a bunch of cameras.
Yeah, but
what's that?
I don't know. Just me. I don't want it to staring me.
Oh, you feel that part's weird?
Yeah, actually, the height is same as me. The robot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I can get used to it, but I'm the one who even afraid of there is a big doll, right? When I was young.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Chucky kind of thing. Okay, so you got 3 colors choices. Which are you going with, or do you want a different color than this?
I don't know. I go with is it blue or gray?
Like the blue-gray?
Yeah, blue-gray either.
I definitely don't want the black.
Black? Nah.
I don't want the black.
Yeah, but
myself.
Who doesn't want to, it's going to get dirty. So black is the how can I say, even if you get dirty, it doesn't look dirty.
Yeah, so we just say it's most practical.
Yeah.
Right. So I'd be curious what you guys think in the comments. I'm and the other thing I noticed too, like as a whole, from this whole commercial, they want to go with sort of like earthy colors and earthy natural feel. So I'm okay with the gray or the white, I guess, but if you go too white though, like walking around your house will be
to get dirty too easy.
Yeah. So here's some key stats of this thing here. It's 5'6", 66 pounds. So how tall are you around?
Same as.
About the same as that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're heavier than 66 pounds.
Heavier.
It says it can lift 154 pounds and then carry 55 pounds. I did a quick Google, just, and they were saying the average grocery bag is 12 pounds. Because in my mind, I was just thinking, okay, carry a grocery bag, right? But you may want to carry heavier things than that.
Sure, like water stuff.
Yeah, but how often are you going to carry like...
Not as how often, it's possible. Even if I, do that once a month, something like that.
Okay, so what's something heavy you'd want it to carry, for example?
Me?
You want it to carry you around? And I don't know if it's allowed to pick up people, actually. That's an interesting question, right? Because they have rules in place of what it can and can't do. So a good example would be we have 10 kilo rice bags.
Yeah, rice bag. And people order 20 kilos rice bag.
Yeah. So for us, rice bags are something really heavy that, because I have to carry it, I know how it is. so then that's an interesting question as well, is could it use tools? So like, could it pull my cart around? Because we use a shopping cart to do that, right?
But it doesn't allow to use outside of your house.
Yeah, that's a big one. So they said it has problem with moisture. And it can go outside, but you have to measure the humidity. I don't take it outside. That's kind of what I got. That was from their fact sheet. It's saying here 4 hours of battery life. So that was a bit disappointing for me. I thought that was short.
Pretty short, but so now they're not really perfect. So it takes like 30 minutes to open the dishwasher, close the dishwasher, right?
Well, I think the thing they said was like just to do 2 glasses. It'll take like 5 minutes to move 2 glasses from the sink to the dish, and it's like right next to each other. So then to do like the whole thing could, theoretically take 30 minutes. So it just moves really slow, which is fine because that's the big concern, is how strong are these things, right? Other issues in here as well is there's like a chip in here, and then theoretically they said they're using the NVIDIA Jetson Thor chip, which is kind of a funny name for this stuff. And it's got a couple cameras, 2 fisheye cameras, so it's gonna be able to see lots of stuff, 3 speakers. And it's funny because when I first saw this thing and I heard about it, okay, I'll just be frank, I was not interested. But when I see it now, I can see how it could be practical for some people.
Yeah, for old people or who has, who's disabled.
Yeah, absolutely. So what they're saying right now is it can be used through the app. So they want you to schedule the thing, morning, afternoon, and then dinner. And then it's like chores. The middle thing is to be companion. Now that's an interesting question. So chores would be you leave the house, you schedule it, and it just does what you need to do. What's that?
I don't know, but it's how good it is.
At chores?
Right.
Actually, you're gone though. If you just say you're out of the house,
I'm gone,
right?
but it does only vacuum or laundry. But actually, I want it to be, like tidying up my, like color of my sweater. It's tied.
That's a good point.
Tied really good. There's a line. And
right.
Not just laundry. And if I have a, like sweater, it can be, distinguish what kind of fabric is.
Oh, she's making it really complicated for this thing.
We towel separate. We wash towel separately, right? Towel and the white stuff.
Yeah. There's the box that you get the thing in, and then I guess you just turn it on. They were saying that you can use the phone to program it, or you can talk to the thing. I thought their marketing here was a bit weird. This stuff here, just the actors they had using it, I just thought it was weird. I mean, I don't know, but maybe like when we're watching them, it seems strange, but probably in real life you are looking at it like that. You're like, hey, can you hear me? What's going on? But we talk to our phones all the time, so it's not unusual to talk. So the companion thing is interesting. So it's basically like a AI stuff that we have on our phone. And you guys know the name of it. I don't want to say it because literally my phone will turn on if I say it. but that's what it ends up being. So you can talk to the thing, and if you want to like dance with it, some people might. You know, it's like your friend.
People might, yeah.
You know, they're in this video they are showing it outdoors, and then what they're trying to make the case is that the robot will have more time. So when I saw this scenario for me, it felt like I could see how it would work. And what they're showing right now is if it doesn't know how to do something, you call the office or whatever, and then basically they teleoperate it. So it's like a puppet.
But that means they're watching our house.
Yeah, so then you have real privacy concerns, right? But that's the same as hiring a maid to come to your house, essentially, right? A house cleaner, I should say, not just maid, but house cleaner. It's the same thing. Because you hire a house cleaner to come to your house.
You know, the company will have our house data.
Well, how's that any different than a house cleaner? They have all your data.
Yeah, but they're not gonna use it somehow.
Okay, so you're bringing up a good point, and this matters. I can hire a person, right, and the person can't get hacked. Because theoretically,
but they can steal
they can totally steal your stuff. It's the same thing though. But I hire a person, I trust said person. But it's different because if I hire a robot person, I don't even know, and they don't even know.
There's
they're washing their hands there.
Washing their hands, but how often? I wanted to wash their hands every time they touch the dirty box.
Yeah, that was a really good point. That was a really good point.
And the food.
Really, really good point, right? Because you guys know when you're cleaning your house, you're going to do any number of things.
And
What's that?
I'm just wondering, if you have a kitty or doggy, they can clean their poop too?
Actually, that is something. So I really want to get a cat. I like cats. Dog would be fine as well, but Yeji's not into taking care of pets.
No.
So it didn't mention that specific task, but I think a lot of people would like it. So there's the charging situation. Theoretically, it can charge itself. Again, it's a 4-hour thing. I did like the design of their charging in their box. It's all kind of natural. See, look at their colors. What's that?
Oh yeah, when I'm seeing this, you can put in the like in the small garage or dressing room. They can just
store it
by themselves, right? I don't see it when I come home.
Yeah. Oh, theoretically, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I don't like to see humanoid robot.
I see what you're saying.
Just put it somewhere, like closet or whatever.
I see. Yeah, that's actually an important design thing because, for example, with our robot vacuum, you have it like basically on the floor in the corner. You turn on when we're gone. So we actually don't really see it that much, and then you come home. But oftentimes the robot vacuum gets stuck. I'd say, I don't know, maybe 1 out of 4 times. It's not half the time, but so like imagine this it'll totally get stuck in some ways. The other thing they mentioned is anytime you can, how can I say, push a button and then it will let you see through its eyes. So you can always see what it's doing, and then they show that it's got text of like I'm doing whatever. At the moment, I think it's not allowed to cook. So
too dangerous.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, you need to really, how can I say, detail for, using the knife.
Yeah, and then you run a whole bunch of like liability issues of what if it feeds you bad food or food that, you're allergic to. That's a serious concern. This guy here, he was talking about interesting stuff of like, it has to be able to recognize your voice and know whether or not you're talking to it. Because when we talk to our phones now, you have to say the whatever word, right?
Certainly.
And I'm not saying because my phone will turn on, right? But you have to do that to activate. But to really have a natural type of robot, then there's 2 things. One, it has to be listening to you all the time.
Like our phone.
Yeah. And then 2, it has to understand natural language that you're talking to.
It'll deep learning, whenever, when you keep using it.
Yeah, but that's the question though, is like, do you want to spend all the time teaching it like a kid? Is that I mean, that's the...
Yeah, you when you're a first user, you just paying money to do the basically the babysitting.
Yeah. So if you guys are curious, it's $20,000 up front, and then they were saying
$499 for
$500.
Yeah,
basically.
$500
a month. So either $20,000 up front, and then they're saying no subscription, so no other cost, and then $500 a month theoretically. And then theoretically, you could get one here in Korea, but I think you'd have a problem with maintenance. There'd be no one to come fix the thing or whatever. Because I wouldn't be shocked if these things break. I wouldn't be shocked, or there's some sort of weird malfunction. It was interesting. This part I thought was fascinating because it reminded you how complicated it is to do this stuff. So it's got to open the door. It's got to wait at the door. It's got to grab the door and then like walk backwards. What's that?
But that is they're only showing that your window is clear, but in Korea we don't really have clear door.
I see.
It's all metal.
Right. Because you wouldn't know who's at the door. So
and usually, they don't really come to your house. They just use your interphone.
Interphone. Right. So would you need it to? Yeah, it doesn't really. Here it's like finding stuff for you, finding your keys, finding your wallet, carrying stuff.
Even finding your key, you don't even know where you put it.
I thought the same thing.
It's too slow to walk around everywhere.
I thought the same exact thing. It would just be walking around in circles in your house like all day for who knows where it is, and it could be under your couch cushion. So do you want it picking up all that stuff?
Still a long way to go, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know it needs to be human. It doesn't need to be human shape.
This box is fine.
Yeah, like like a robot is like say a moving table. I would be fine with.
But it's only really good for like a person who lives alone or old people live alone.
Yeah, but do you want this to replace people? Because you could just hire someone.
Yeah, but there's shortage of that. Because, too many old people, not that many young people.
Right. So they actually have this problem in Japan. And essentially what it is they import's the right word, but have people come in from other countries to take care of the elderly people. And the other thing that I was thinking about with you mentioned the old person situation is sometimes as an older person, you ask the same question over and over and over again. And a robot effectively shouldn't have any problem with answering the same thing over and over again. So like if I do a Google search, ask my phone, what time is it or whatever, they just answer. There's no emotion there. So that's actually a positive because older people, or even it doesn't matter old age, people can ask the same question over and over again, and it's annoying to answer. Do you get annoyed if I ask you the same thing over and over again?
Yeah, it's really annoying actually. Imagine that you have a family member who's sick. But sometimes you have to quit your job to take care of it, right? But if you have a robot, I can see what's family member doing, and I can help, without quitting my job.
So did this convince you a need for this kind of thing? This whole ad? Like, do you think there's a purpose? No, we're talking about
keep thinking about it. Why do I need this robot?
Because before I was just like, well, I'll say this: I don't trust Elon Musk, so I personally would not buy a product from Elon Musk because Elon doesn't seem to like live in the same world that we live in. he just doesn't. Yeah. Whereas like this CEO, at least he's speaking like a human being, and I'm like, okay, I can. And then the marketing kind of matches, like, okay, and that's why we went. That's why we talk about marketing in the beginning when they're showing you like vintage style to be like part of your family, memories. So I'm not completely against it, but I'm telling you, well, this issue always comes up. The main reason why, I'll make it really simple, by lots of, we'll call it dirty men, they want to use it for a certain purpose.
Yeah, I know.
Right? I think, but they don't mention it here, but I think there's going to be a big market for that.
There will be another robot who does those kind of jobs.
And it's not just men. Women will want to do it too. To be fair, there'll be, and also I shouldn't.
I'm sure that there will be a robot for that.
Yeah, and I shouldn't just actually imply dirty because
that's the human, the natural.
Yeah. So I'll just say though, there will definitely be market for that kind of stuff, and the question is how far away from that.
It's not that far.
Because
that job is pretty much easier than doing chores. Because I want it to be iron my clothes. I want it to be, to distinguish my, clothes. And
that job is easier.
And I don't want, I want it to clean all the dust and desk, whatever.
And everyone's going to be thinking that. So we are addressing that's a real thing. There's like, people are like, hey,
but
okay.
I'm sure that's going to be bigger market than this.
The chore market?
No, the
other market.
The other market is going to be bigger because they pay.
We'll call it the adult market.
The adult market, they pay, even if it's expensive, they just pay no matter what, I guess.
So I guess the difference is, and let me just pull this up again. We'll just pull it with a picture of the thing. The difference with this thing is it doesn't need to look human. Right? The other market does. And you're I won't say a long ways. We'll just say you really need to get everything more human-like.
Yeah.
At least,
just stop.
Yeah, stop that. but you have to bring it up because if the main reason why you want a human would, that would be one reason. The other reason that something like Elon would argue is that because if a house is designed for a human, then therefore you must put a human. But the issue with the human stuff is, for example, guys, you could just do a dog type robot, 4 legs.
Sure.
It would be more stable.
And, more arm.
Yeah, you could put 3 arms on it and and then that goes back to, like you mentioned in the beginning, R2-D2. So those kind of things, like just imagine if you had like just basically a moving table. Which for me would actually be fine. Just for example, in their product they had like, hey, take my cup from my couch to the sink. Yeah, and I'm totally fine with, like, if I could do that, push a button and it just goes to my. And I'll also say this too. We recently I got smart bulbs, and I actually find it really fun to talk to my lamp. I was like, hey, lamp turn on, lamp turn off. Right? It's actually pretty fun, but it's not reliable. It's just not reliable. So sometimes it just I say and nothing happens, and then So I think some systems are going to work better than others, and then also when you have the thing listening all the time, it takes power.
Sure, and and now the USA power price cost is a lot.
Really a lot, as we talked about in the video. So I wanted to give you guys an update of what this thing is. I kind of want one for a month myself. Just because I'm interested in it, and it's just whether me personally, I wouldn't necessarily pay 20 grand to like just take a risk. This thing may not work, because generally with these kind of products, you want to let someone else take the risk and then see what it's like. But I'm actually kind of curious because I really like my robot vacuum, to be frank.
Sure.
And just imagine, just for example, it could do laundry for you, and iron.
Yeah, maybe later.
Just or dishes would be a great one. It doesn't need to cook for us, but
I'd love to.
Yeah, but just think of all the tasks you could add on to it, and I'm not against it. Like if the thing works, but I'll tell you, be frank with you guys, it doesn't work right now. It's a long ways away, and it's slow, and the other issue is they didn't. We haven't seen like all the Chinese competition.
Sure.
And don't discount that, because they're going to come in cheaper.
Yeah, cheaper and. Yeah, a lot cheaper.
Yeah, and any number of designs. So, any other thoughts you want to share?
I guess that's it.
Okay, so that's what we have to think about this. I want to hear your thoughts on this, and we'll catch you all next time. So, bye.